Thank you for joining me. I'd like to show you what has happened over the last 24 hours since last time I was here. And believe me, you're going to be surprised when you see it. So we're going to screen share and pull it up. This just happens to be, once again, NZD USD. And this is what I was talking about. You pay attention, like yesterday when we ended this, we were currently at $12.34. So negative 1,234 pips. Obviously, it's changed a little. Now, it's already gone up to $22 throughout the day. And it's currently at a negative 1,989 pips, or negative $19.85. If you pay attention, you will see it fluctuates because the market's still open. There's been many, many times when I've been asked, well, you've got this trade going and it's a buy, so you have plenty of room. Your margin level's pretty high. Why don't you add a sale? That's great. That's fantastic. In fact, a sale came out in what we call a swipe trade. And if you are in IML Academy or with IML, you understand what a swipe trade is. And they came out with one for a sale. My only issue is they've already gotten out of it because it didn't do what they wanted it to do, one. And two, it flipped. It changed, just like I said it was going to. So, just to reiterate, one trade per market, per chart. And this happens to be my day chart. So it's a little longer, but it's a time frame. And it's one that I pay attention to most. If I want to get in and out of a trade within 20 minutes, then I go with the smaller time frames. But being that I've had this trade since June 25th, and I started this specific trade at $280 in my balance. Take a look at the balance. It's currently $517.28, and we had 3 cents taken from the fees for more than 24 hours. That's just what all brokers do. They will do a certain amount for the trade that you're in. And this is already switched and heading back to 1996, possibly $20. I can see it going as high as 2,200 pips, or $22 negative. And I'm very well aware, and I'm very, in my parameters, very safe. There's no issue on it. So the entry for this buy at 0.01, meaning it's 10 cents. Not that big of a deal. So 0.01, and it is, my price is 0.68310. Keeping in mind that I do a 1-to-1 ratio. So if my stop loss is a certain number, the take profit has to be the same number, just on a positive, not the negative. So currently, my stop loss is a negative 4,000 pips. Not many can do that high, but I don't have an issue with it because it's just the one trade. And many times I have to go to the hour to show you what I was talking about. The pips is a negative 4,000, so it can go up to $40 negative. It's only halfway there. Not much to worry about. As well as my take profit is on the same area, a positive 4,000 or a positive $40 in profit. And being that this is my training trade, broker that I will be doing. I will continue to do this one for as long as necessary. Even if I'm have to double my account again, I'll do just that, just to make sure people get what they're looking for. Like I said, I prefer the day or higher charts because it gives me the full picture. So I don't have to worry too much. And I can literally do it on my phone, do it on my cell phone, my smartphone, and the programs we have through IML Academy actually gives us the programs to put it on our smartphone. So we can do it anywhere we want. We don't have to be sitting in front of a computer to do this, which makes freedom for a person. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, as long as you can get Wi-Fi or internet. You can do it anywhere you are. Back to the trade. Now, if you keep in mind, you pay attention, this specific trade is around the same level as it was back in April of 2015. Nope, 2016. My bad. So I can't say in 2015, but it's not. It's 2016. Only 2 years difference. It's around the same area. And if you watch the trade and how it travels through the time frame and what it does, you can actually see where the next trade's going to be, where it's going to go, if it's going to give you your profit or if you're going to need to change your stop loss. If you change your stop loss, make sure that your profit is the same, and you don't want to over margin. You don't want to over leverage your account because the broker will shut you down, which is called a stop out. I don't have those very often. And currently, my success rate is around 98%. So I can't complain. And it's all because I have a health issue that when I fall asleep at night, I go through 10 to 15 grand mal seizures as I sleep, losing my memory complete. It's like a blank slate. So not having to be concerned about where indicators are or trend lines or consolidation or anything like that, I don't have to worry so much. I don't have to reteach me those things. This is basic, almost as a third grader or below, or above actually, because it's a beginner, and it's third grade type because of the math. The math is simple math, and it's copy and paste from the swipe trades, or if you follow what I do with Stevenson Lindor or Warren Wright, they actually suggest trade pairs to do on a regular basis. And they've already gone through, they've marked up their charts. They said, okay, this is going this way and this one's going that way. And they've got a good idea of where to go. And if you can do what I do, then you can stay in longer, but you only want to have one trade, especially with Forex.com. This broker has a first in, first out rule. So the first trade you put in has to come out before any other trades go in. Keeps it so that you only do maybe 1, 2, 3 tops in this one chart, in this one brokerage, on the one broker, because your margin level will decrease extreme amount. If I were to put in another one, a buy or a sell, then my margin level, you can see it's around 24, 27 right now. It would drop to around 600 that fast. And I don't like getting anywhere below 1,000 because chances of it dropping immediately is very, very, very possible. Life is always possible. And once you're a student, you're always a student when it comes to training. If I've said anything that you agree with, go ahead and contact me, send me some information or a suggestion or a comment. Keep in mind, the more you trade, the more you go through, the more you see the whole story of a pair in the market, the better off your trading is going to be. Now, like I've said, I can go back to the minute. Not much going on here. Do you see any difference? It's kind of flat, isn't it? Or the 5 minute. You get a little bit of a movement, but still not that much. The 15 minute, starting to show as if it's about to boil. As if it was water boiling on the stove. It's not getting there quite yet. Then the 30 minute, we're starting to see a pattern. It's still not enough. Not to see the whole story. The hour, 1 hour is pretty good, but still, it's almost like the first chapter of a book. You don't have the whole story. The 4 hour is awesome. It works great if you want to trade with one pair on an ongoing period. It's perfect. It gives you a good amount of information. However, if you see a trade turn on you, you want to go into a day at least, because you can see the pattern with the day chart, time chart. You can see it. And if you want to go to a week, you can see that as well, because that is a good chart to see if you think the trade is going to go below your stop loss. Anything's possible with a trade. However, the last time it was below my stop loss was in July of 2015. That's where the 2015 was. And then we've got our month, and it's so small, it's hard to really see and read what it says. So back to the day, and because we've been changing our times on the charts, I need to readjust the chart so the whole picture can be seen. Oh, come on. Sometimes charts agree with you, sometimes they do not. It's standard. Not that big of a deal to worry about. There we go. It just takes a little time to grab a hold of it and pull it up. I also like to move my charts so that I can see exactly what happened, because when you trade look right, but you trade right, but you look left. Come on. This baby doesn't want to come up. So we go down to the 4 hour and adjust accordingly. There we go. It just takes a little time. Sometimes your mouse can work, sometimes it does not as easily. And we're back to our day chart, our day time chart. And we're over $20. I'm not overly concerned. I have a tendency to do 1.5 at least of where the chart's at. So my stop loss is still pretty decent at 4,000, even though it is at 2,000. My take profit is still at 4,000. There it is. because it still works. It still works. Now we're going to stop our screen share so I can see everybody. And thank you for coming. But before you go, if you find any of this interesting or have it's been beneficiary or benefit to you, I would like you to keep in mind that the 24th, that's tomorrow, is the last day that you can get a decent price on the event tickets. They're going to go up on the 25th. So initially they'll be $97. If they go up, it's $157. Believe me, you want to get the early bird special. It will save you some income. And if you cannot get a hold of a ticket, get back to me or to the person that you are associating with. Could be anyone in the area. But if you're following me and I have any way to help you, just reach out, send me a message on my page, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you for joining me, and you have a great remainder of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.